And we are live. Susan, how are you? So glad to have you.
Hi, how are you? Very nice to
Um,
be here.
I'm so good.
Good
I'm
to
so
see you.
excited. We were just talking about how we are both supporters of ionizers. We're not going to bring up brands of that. I love that we connected the way that we did because regardless of the brands of ionizers that we support, we have a shared mission of making this world a better place. We've done it both to ourselves and our families, and I think you're just as excited as I am to kind of shout off the rooftops about what we're doing here, what's going on, and how we can improve things in your life with one simple, beautiful little molecule, the hydrogen molecule. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Susan. Just a quick blurb on where you're from, what you do, and how we connected.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm Susan. I'm from Innisfil in Barrie, Ontario. Um, I have a lovely little spa. I have a head spa, the
Love
new
that.
trending head spas. So I do hair treatments, skin treatments, um, kind of focusing in that area, really encouraging the hydrogen in my treatments. So really loving the hydrogen and what it does. I also use my machine for personal care as well. So I'm all about the wellness. And I'm incorporating it into my spa. HydroGlow Head Spa is the name of my spa.
Awesome. I
So,
love that name.
you
That
know,
fits perfectly with hydrogen.
right, right. So it's all about wellness. It's about healing, um,
Awesome.
and it's about educating people. So, I'm trying to get the education across because this is something that it's not new. It's just it's not familiar in North America. That it's
Yep.
something
Well
that
said.
we're grasping and we're coming on board and it's exciting because of all the wellness benefits from A to Z, which you're going to explain all about. I'm
Yep.
so excited to hear about this.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love hydrogen because you're seeing a trend now happening in the wellness industry, the biohacking industry, and that is about establishing a balance in your body. And that is what hydrogen does in such a beautiful way, due to its molecular structure and size. It is the smallest molecule known to man or known to science at least. And it has the ability to get pretty much anywhere in your body, including passing your blood brain barrier, your skin barrier, and permeating your cell membrane. And that really brings hydrogen to why it's as beneficial as it is it will help you reestablish that balance that many people have lost at a cellular level and work its way out. Hydrogen as an element is number one on the periodic table. It is the foundation, the base to every single other element that there is, and it's in like 95% of all matter. It makes sense that hydrogen gas is going to benefit people and bring people back to a balanced state in the way that it does. Now, the most common and convenient way of getting hydrogen gas is when it's dissolved into water that you drink. Water becomes the carrier or the delivery system, the vehicle that brings hydrogen into your gut, and then hydrogen will escape outwards, all while doing that permeating the cell membrane, cleaning up oxidative stress in a very unique way, and inflammation at a cellular level. And then once you've reestablished that balance, your body starts working in an optimal way. And then, your NRF2 pathway opens, your glutathione production is increased, NAD production is upregulated, even your mitochondria function is improved. Like the list goes on. And that's the cool thing is I've been studying hydrogen since 2013, 2014. And, at the time, there's about 350 studies, and now there's over 3,000 studies. More and more studies are coming out to support the benefits, and more people are implementing hydrogen therapy or helping people implement hydrogen therapy like ourselves and have real life human experience that can support the science that supports the molecule. And it's becoming very exciting. And what I'm excited to chat with you today about, first of many chats, is the Tech Pro 900 from my company. There it is, Tech for Health. And so a good friend of mine approached me and said, "Hey, man, like I'm reading up on hydrogen. It's awesome, but you're not doing inhalation." Most of the studies on neurological, respiratory, and cardiovascular are done with inhalation. Why aren't you doing inhalation? I'm like, yeah, there's an inconvenience with it, right? Like that's why I like hydrogen-rich water, because no matter what diet you're on, what stage you are at in life, you're always going to need water. That said, he presented what we now call the Tech Pro 900 to me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's give it a go, because I initially I was thinking, people just like Susan would be a perfect candidate to have this in her already amazing wellness clinic or spa. And I'm looking at it, and I work with a few universities and sports teams. Like, okay, yeah, I can see that there. Then when we got the machine in, I realized very quickly that it's not just inhalation. It is a full spectrum hydrogen therapy machine. So before we get into the actual machine, what it does and what comes with it, is there's 4 methods of hydrogen therapy.
Mhm.
There's hydrogen-rich saline, which is of course only going to be at a hospital or clinical level. There's hydrogen-rich water, which we talked about. There's
Mhm.
inhaling hydrogen, so just getting the hydrogen gas right in your nose, right to your dome. And then there's bathing in hydrogen-rich water. And the thing I love about hydrogen gas, hydrogen therapy, hydrogen-rich water is whether you're dealing with stage 4 cancer or you're an Olympic athlete trying to get a gold medal, and everyone in between, there's an application for hydrogen therapy, and I can confidently say that it is going to be safe. It is an incredible molecule in the way that it works, the molecular structure of it, how it does what it does, and where it gets to. But one of my favorite aspects of hydrogen is how safe it is for people to implement into their lifestyle. And that's really what I mentioned a word that should be important, is it's your lifestyle. It's people want that quick fix. I get
Yeah,
that. We're busy. We don't, nobody's got time to be sick, and so we
exactly.
want that quick fix. And the problem with a lot of the quick fixes is those problems will come back just as quick. And so, my goal, your goal, our goal with hydrogen is to get you living a life where your body is, for lack of better words, healing itself. Hydrogen doesn't heal you at all. It just helps your body get to a point where it can heal itself.
I love how you say that, because that's the way I see it. It's because it literally sets everything, and it's kind of like fireworks inside. It starts with one, it
Yes.
starts little, and then it just starts, everything. And I felt it. Like,
Yep.
listen, I've had ulcerative colitis
Mm,
for many years, and since I've begun with hydrogen therapies, I've now been 6 years in remission.
I love
Like, this
that.
is, you know. I'm a living, walking example of what hydrogen therapy does, and it's amazing. Um,
Yeah.
you start from the gut, and then it just kind of it expands. It goes out to the rest of your body, and it starts healing everything, your organs. Um, in my spa, I'm using it on the skin.
Mhm.
Our skin is the largest organ of our body. As an esthetician, I repeatedly tell people what you put on your skin is just as effective as you eating it. So
Mhm.
remember what you're putting on your skin. If you don't want to eat it, don't put it on there. You know what I mean? Like it's as simple as that.
Yeah,
Less is more.
yeah,
But
and I love that you mentioned that it's their largest organ. It's also your largest detoxing organ.
yes,
And so if the toxins that are built up inside of us, and believe me, we have a lot of those, if they can't flush through your body, then your whole body's just going to become a toxic overload, and we don't want that. That
yeah,
no bueno. And so that it's the I and just sharing stories about benefits that we've had. I used to be on Nexium, which is prescription heartburn medication. I haven't taken a Tums or a Rolade in over 10 years.
that's
That
amazing.
in and of itself for me is all I need. Now it's also helped me in many ways for training and my recovery from exercise. I've got the hand-eye coordination of a blind person with no arms. Like I'm pretty clumsy, so I hurt myself. It's helped me recover from injury quicker, and it just makes everything better. It enhances your life in so many ways. Like even for working out when you're taking supplements, it will deliver those supplements into your body even better. Like
Yeah,
hydrogen enhances everything.
it
um,
really does. Yeah,
yeah. So getting back to that Tech Pro 900, the what I love about the machine is it's not a water machine. It's a hydrogen and oxygen gas machine. So when you get your machine, prior to getting your machine, you're going to get an email from us with a long, it's a worded email of all the different uses, what to expect, and it's quite worded because there's so many different uses, and we'll get into that.
yes,
But then you also get all the videos that we have to really make sure that when you get your machine, you know how to use it. And not only just know how to use
that's
it,
so
but know how to
important.
use it to the best of its ability. Yes, it's extremely important. I don't
Yeah,
care how good your products are. If you don't know how to use them and you don't have the customer service and support to back them up, it doesn't
exactly,
matter.
exactly.
Yeah, so that's a very key thing for us. So when you get your machine and all of the accessories that it comes with, you will need to get yourself some distilled water. Now it has to be distilled water because it needs to be 0 parts per million. It needs to be pure H2O because the technology inside the machine, the proton exchange membrane, will split the pure H2O into hydrogen and oxygen gas for you to breathe in or apply, bubble it into your water. And that comes with all the different accessories that we use. And now I do want to quickly talk about the proton exchange membrane because we both come from the ionizer world. Both are different forms of electrolysis. And when it comes to hydrogen production, the hydrogen gas production, proton exchange membrane definitely takes the cake in that. It does need to be done properly. The proton exchange membrane is the same technology you see in a lot of these bottles that are on the market. Having been in the hydrogen water market for as long as I have, I've had many people tell me, "Oh yeah, no, I ordered one of those hydrogen bottles off of Amazon, and it didn't really do anything for me." I'm like, well. I hate to tell you, but you haven't had hydrogen water because it's got the bubbles that are going into it. Well, unless it has, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There's right here. It looks like a little screw, but that's an off-gassing port. So unless the oxygen is being off-gassed, it's just being bubbled back into the water, which is negating any and all of the hydrogen that you're getting in the water, and that's why you're not having hydrogen water. A lot of these bottles aren't made with high quality metal. And you will have the opportunity for heavy metals to leach into your water. No bueno. That we want to avoid heavy metals,
It's so funny.
especially in hydrogen rich water, because like hydrogen is going to deliver your health supplements into your body better, it will also deliver things like heavy metals into your body better. And that is
Yeah.
something we do not want to happen. Um, so on the bottles, make sure you know the quality of what you're getting. You know, it's
And you guys, you also have a video. So YouTube, you also have videos, the water guys.
yep, the Water
Yes.
Guys
The
podcast.
water guys, yeah, and you do specifically on each individual. So like, please reach out and look out for the water guys. They do great videos. Love them. I get a lot of my knowledge from them.
Awesome. I'm
Of
glad
course,
that
they're
they're
researching everything else.
I'm glad that they're helping because we do these YouTube videos and our podcast for a reason, so people have the information that they need. Because it's like you said about it, it's education. You know, I'm not here to sell you anything. If I have to sell you on my product, it might not be for you right now. My job is to educate you on the benefits of hydrogen and then find out which way of hydrogen we should be going. You know, a lot of people will ask me, oh, what's hydrogen going to do for me? Well, what do you need it to do for you? And then we'll figure out which way you should be applying.
And this is why I like your machine because it dabbles into everything. So continue on about that because I'm so excited. I'm like absorbing everything.
Good. And
I
I hope
love
everybody
these
that's
things.
watching is also absorbing everything.
Yeah.
Because, I can ramble and I don't want to, I want to be of value to everybody watching this. You're absolutely right. With Tech Pro 900, you can inhale the hydrogen, you can drink hydrogen rich water, and you can bathe in hydrogen rich water. But when we circle back to the inhalation part, that's where the different accessories that we include and make sure you know how to use are really beneficial. So it also comes with an eye accessory. So there's goggles that you put on and it'll deliver the hydrogen gas directly to your eyes, which not only makes you look super cool when you wear them, but having the hydrogen gas go right to your eyes, it can be good aesthetically. It can remove the bags and swelling under your eyes, but it's also really good for cataracts, glaucoma, eye infection, migraines, really good for migraines. If you suffer from
Yeah.
migraines, having the hydrogen go in right through
My
your
daughter
eyes is
uses that for her migraines. Yeah.
yeah. And then and also a few weeks ago I got a sty on my eye and I used the goggles 2 times, maybe 3 times for half an hour each, and it was gone in 36 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, which
Like
is, I
that.
mean,
Because people suffer with those and they cause a lot of irritation. Just
well, they can last a week plus, and if a sty pops or gets any fluid in your eye, you're risking long-term eye damage, if not permanent. And so it's definitely something you want to get rid of right away. Especially also me, I'm on camera a lot and I'm very active on social media. I don't want no sty on my eye. And so that's some of the uses for the eye accessory. It also comes with an ear accessory, look like earmuffs. Also migraines. And so with our machine, you could feasibly do the eye accessory and then split the hydrogen gas to also do your ears. So you can attack it at both levels.
I've heard of treatments with the ears for
Tinnitus.
tinnitus. Yes,
That
I have.
was that was my next one, was tinnitus, because that a lot of people suffer from that.
Yes,
Now,
I know a
whether
lot of people that are really struggling with that, and I know this works.
oh yeah, it's for with 5G EMF and stuff. Like the tinnitus is a pretty common issue nowadays. And this, I mean, the way hydrogen reduces inflammation, getting it again applied directly to your ear has very big benefits. And then, also again, when it comes to migraines, you could also split it between the eye and the nose cannula, because the nose cannula, I didn't even touch on that one because that's kind of a given. You're going to breathe the hydrogen in. I will say this for people that, I mean, there's therapeutic amounts of hydrogen and non-therapeutic amounts of hydrogen. It's very important that the technology that you invest in for you and your family's health, or in your case, your spa's health, is that it's creating enough hydrogen to actually apply therapeutic values. And so in water, we measure it in parts per million, parts per billion, and milligrams per liter. With inhalation, it's milliliters per minute that the hydrogen gas is produced. And so our machine will produce 600 milliliters per minute of hydrogen. In order to be therapeutic, you need to be between 120 to 240 milliliters per minute. So with our machine, you could very easily split the hydrogen gas, so two people can breathe it in and get 300
Love that.
milliliters per minute both at the same time, which is still over what is considered therapeutic.
Yeah.
So that is very key to make sure when you're investing in hydrogen therapy technology that it is not only actually creating the hydrogen that you want, going back to these
Yeah.
bottles, but it's creating enough hydrogen for it to be actually therapeutic. Moving right along to some of our other accessories, my favorite accessory from the Tech Pro 900 is undoubtedly the stainless steel nano bubbling rod. I did a video on this a couple weeks ago, and I showed the difference between bubbling hydrogen gas into your water just by, putting one of the tubes from the machine into the water and then bubbling it in with the stainless steel nano bubbling rod. It's significantly different. When it's going into the glass, just with the tube, it's just like boop, 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 big,
Yeah.
huge hydrogen bubbles. When it comes to the water that you're drinking or bathing in, the hydrogen must be dissolved into the water. And so that's what the stainless steel rod does, is it's almost like a jacuzzi. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
activity going on when you have the stainless steel rod in there, and actually dissolving the hydrogen into your water. Another accessory that every machine comes with is if you have a small or medium to large size dog, we even have masks for the dogs to breathe hydrogen in.
I love that.
Same.
I love the animal health. My cat was bald
Mm,
when I got her, and hydrogen therapy helps, but it took a long time now. If I had that mask, oh,
yeah.
if I had your piece, like it would have just been faster. Poor thing suffered, but it worked. I'm happy. But this is why I love your machine,
Yeah.
your pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and we are the only company that offers the masks for the dogs. And yes, I
Yeah.
am well aware that especially for cats, it's going to be hard to get them
Amen.
train to do this, but it's not impossible.
My
My
cat loves hydrogen. She loves smelling
yeah.
hydrogen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and this is the case. This is the thing. Even if you can't get your pet to be able to breathe the hydrogen gas in, you can still bubble the hydrogen gas into the water that you're giving them to drink
Yes.
and bathing them in, and it won't change the pH levels at all, which is important, more important for pets than it is for humans.
Well, for our skin as well, we need to have it at a
Yes.
normal pH. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Your skin wants actually a slightly acidic
Acidic.
pH.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's where the hydrogen, like hydrogen gas, does not change the pH at all. Hydrogen, the element hydrogen, for all you scientists out there, is yes, it is acidic, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about elemental hydrogen. There's like 8 different types of hydrogen. Deuterium is one of them. Deuterium depleted water is another topic that we can do a podcast on, but when we're talking about H2 molecular hydrogen, hydrogen gas, it is a neutral gas. And so there is no changing of the pH. And keep in mind with small pets, like Louis, my business partner, he has two little chihuahuas, and he has gotten his dogs trained to breathe the hydrogen in with him for a couple times a week, but only for like 2 to 3 minutes because that's all they need,
That's all they
right?
need.
They don't that we don't for a
So much
human,
better.
for an adult, you're going to need about half an hour, and
Yeah.
that's okay. And the beautiful thing is
Give
it
time.
has you can do up to 10 hours if you want. And that's the
Yeah.
cool. We're going way back to the safety. You can breathe it in all night long, and
Yeah.
any hydrogen your body doesn't
Hydrogen does
need,
not have any
you
side
don't.
effects. It's just
Yep.
healthy.
Yeah.
It's what we need.
Yeah, and it's just I cannot emphasize on that enough because there's all sorts of different products on there, and yes, I, I don't know who needs to hear this, but some natural products doesn't just because it's natural doesn't mean it's not going to harm you, right? And so there are things that people are taking that I would be a little bit careful about. Methylene blue would be a
Yeah.
perfect example of that. Some colloidal silvers, there's limits with a lot of things in the biohacking industry that you need to be aware of. There's really no limit to how much I can drink hydrogen water all day long. And if my body doesn't need any more hydrogen, which is the goal to get yourself to, then boop, yep, no problem, no big
Yeah.
deal. Love that. So another accessory that we have that doesn't come with, it's $100 add-on, but it is our hair and scalp therapy mask, and I am looking at you for this one, Susan. You have
I want
very
that.
beautiful hair,
Thank
and
you.
it shows that you use hydrogen therapy with it. This hair and scalp mask, it's sealed along your head, and so it has an off-gassing tube. Otherwise, it would just pop right off of your head. But you can see it when it's on your head. You kind of look like a chef, and
Whatever works.
it works. It's very impressive. I used to suffer from psoriasis on my scalp, and that is just not fun. Now, psoriasis, eczema, a lot of skin conditions are things that are coming from the inside and working their way out. And this is where drinking hydrogen rich water and using hydrogen gas
Double
therapy.
whammy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I could, and it just even inhaling it will also help because one of the things that inhaling hydrogen gas will do is activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Many of us are running around in fight or flight mode and not understanding why our bodies just aren't working properly. And the parasympathetic nervous system, when you activate that, gets you into rest and digest or rest and recover. When you think about I inhale hydrogen for half an hour before bedtime pretty much every night. And because I know it's going to get myself into a state where I will sleep better. That
Amazing. Yeah.
actually, that's what I love about the Tech Pro. One of the many things I love about the Tech Pro 900 is in the morning, I'll bring the machine down to my kitchen. I'll fill up water for my wife, myself, my son, and I'll bubble the hydrogen in there to really super saturate it, get it to the highest level of hydrogen possible. And I will say this, I've been drinking hydrogen rich water for 12 years now, and I've done it through bottles, through ionizers, through proton exchange membranes. Bubbling the hydrogen gas directly into your water is next level. It is because when you do it this way with the bottle,
Yeah.
it's an electrical reaction that happens. When you do it with the tablets, the magnesium tablets that you can get, both have their place in the market and great ways, but the magnesium is a chemical reaction.
It is, and it taxes your kidneys after a while. Like, do we want to go through the process of stop and go? And did I forget to when was the last time? How long have I been?
Yeah.
No, I just want water. Like
Yeah.
you do the work for me.
Yeah. Tablets have, again, they have their place. If you
They do.
are, if
They
you're
do.
traveling, they're a great
Yeah.
way to bring it with you. If you want to try hydrogen out, but you're not quite on the, at the level where you're ready to invest in a machine yet, then that's also a great way to do it. Same with
Yes.
the bottles. But the best way
Like
of,
short term
yeah, well, exactly. I mean, that's
or for
the,
little belts.
yeah. Yeah, it's to prove its point. It's to prove
Yes.
its purpose. And they will do that when done properly. Again, there's just like the bottles, there's a lot of tablets on the market that are garbage. You really got to make sure you know who you're talking to and that the person that you're talking to has the right products for you. Because if they don't, then you're not going to try hydrogen water, but you're going to say, I tried hydrogen water and it didn't do anything for me. It's like,
Yeah.
again, no, you
Yeah, you
didn't.
guys got a great video on the bottles. I'm really guys, look at the videos on the water guys.
Yeah, I will put when I post this video to YouTube and when we post clips from this, I'll make sure that I have the Water Guys podcast link.
Yeah, for both
Um,
these.
and
I would love to see. Yeah.
yeah, and so I'm just trying to think of so we also have clinical strength hydrogen therapy machines. So I mentioned about dogs and how dogs need less hydrogen, less time to inhale the hydrogen. Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, horses would need a lot of time, which wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen with the Tech Pro 900. So we have higher strength, clinical strength machines that are made. We have masks that are designed for horses, so even horses can get in on this hydrogen therapy. Pretty cool
Wonderful.
stuff.
Yeah, I love
Absolutely
that
incredible.
it helps with the farmers as well.
Yeah.
I
Sorry. You
just
know
for
what? I was
all
going
the
on my daily uses of the machine. So in the morning, I'll bubble it in
Mhm.
the hydrogen water for our daily drinking water. At night or in the evening, I'll bubble it into the bathtub to bathe my 14-month-old son, and then I'll put it in my bedroom and I'll meditate and I'll listen to my meditation tracks and breathe hydrogen in while I'm doing that, and then that's daily. So on any given day, I'm using the machine for probably an hour to an hour and a half. On Friday, I hurt my back at the gym doing deadlifts, and I'm now questioning why I was even doing deadlifts. But it's old habits die hard. But it was pretty bad. It was probably the worst I'd hurt my back. I'm like, this is not good. Like, I worry because again, I got a 14-month-old. I don't have time to be hurt like
Mhm.
that. So I took a hydrogen bath of my own and I took the nano bubbling rod and I put it kind of right behind my back. And so I could feel the bubbles, like literally feel the bubbles entering my lower back. And yeah, I was at the gym this morning, zero pain in my back, and it's been 5 days. It took me 3 days to really recover. I gave it an extra day off of the gym yesterday, but I was back. I'm completely back to normal now.
Good for you.
Thank
Nice,
you.
nice to hear that.
Well, I mean, just do you get yourself in a situation like that? I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
do I need to take peptides or what the hell do I need to like? Can I do
I
I
need
need to do
hydrogen.
to? Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, that's
Yeah.
that's the first thing that I'm gonna do. I increased the time that I was inhaling the hydrogen. I bubbled hydrogen gas into my already ionized water more, and it's it's right at my fingertips. Like I can do this all day, every day, and that's the beautiful thing about the Tech Pro 900 is it's like I said, it's not just an inhalation machine. Even as an inhalation machine, the price that we have it at,
I
it's
know.
worth it.
It, it is because you're getting the quality in your plates. You're getting the quality in your technology, your equipment, the product itself, the quality. Again, I'm going to say it, quality.
Yeah,
Like, guys, it's so important to have the proper quality when you're using a wellness product.
Yep.
If you're changing your life for the better, please invest in the proper things. And this is so amazing at the price that it is.
Yeah, I mean, there are other companies that sell similar machines that will not provide you with the instructions on how to use it and everything like that. So you get this big package full of really cool stuff that you don't really know how to use properly. And on sale, it's $6,500 US. I mean, I'm not one to talk about prices because if it works, what's your health cost to you? But ours is 4,500 Canadian, $4,500 retail Canadian. And so when you give people your 10% discount code, they'll get 10% off, 40, 50 Canadian. And then, in US, that works out to about $3,200 out the door. In comparison to 6,500, and I know the product, I know the company, and with us,
Quality's there, the years that's backing it for the company. These are all key things to how long has your company
the manufacturers have been around for 5 years. Everything that they have is certified, and I say this because the inhalation part
that
is still new, right?
that's still new.
Hydrogen therapy in itself
No,
is very much in its infancy, and that's the beautiful thing about where we're at. Like we are, as
therapy.
a collective, as a whole, entering into a healing stage, and being hydrated and being balanced will help you achieve the alignment that is needed for the healing that we're going through. And so, this is hydrogen, like the Tech Pro 900 is a tool. It's a consciousness enhancement because it enhances everything.
Yeah,
And it is a tool to help you get to where your body is meant to be. And so that's the Tech Pro 900, and in all of its glory. There's a lot that I'm glad that we did this video because
yes,
there's a lot of information on hydrogen in
there
general,
is.
and then just it's an 8-in-1, and I think it actually does more than that. An 8-in-1 machine. You can breathe hydrogen gas. You can breathe in the oxygen gas. You can combine the two and breathe in oxyhydrogen, which is also known as Brown's gas. And you can breathe those in through your eyes, through your ears, through your skin. Topically, actually, the first time I used it topically was before I even really realized the hydrogen bath capabilities. I hurt my lower back at the gym. This time doing squats, but still hurt my lower back again. I know I'm learning. But I went home and I took the nose cannula and I applied it to my lower back and laid down on my lower back with it on my lower back for half an hour.
Yeah,
And I was back at the gym the next morning.
yeah,
Like I didn't hurt my back nearly as bad as I did this last Friday. But again, this is people want that quick fix.
yes.
Well, it's
It does give you a quick fix.
yeah, you are going to notice the benefits.
And
It's
yeah, this is why I like to share it with people and use it and incorporate it in my treatments because they do notice.
yeah,
And they're saying, hey, my skin's softer, my hair is softer. Just so much you can do
yeah.
um, with the hydrogen therapy. We can go on for hours
And
on this.
we're going to. That's the
We
beautiful
are.
part.
Guys, stay tuned. We have a lot of podcasts. We're going to do specifics.
Yes.
If you have any requests, let us know. If you have
Yep.
questions, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Shane. You've
We're
got our
here to
link.
help.
They got it on my site as well.
What's your
HydroGlow Head
website?
Spa. HydroGlow Head Spa is I have a website. I'm also on Facebook, so please check me out. I'm more active on Facebook where you see a lot of things happening. I like to do little shout outs and put up little information like this. I'll be sharing on Facebook right away as well. I like
Hmm.
to get the information out. If you have questions, reach out to us.
Yep.
It's all about learning and about taking care of ourselves the right way.
Yep. Yeah. You and I both want people making an informed decision for you and your family's health. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah.
And we are here to serve a purpose. That purpose is, make this world a better place. When it comes to hydrating yourself with hydrogen and reestablishing balance that many people have lost with hydrogen, that's where we can help in many ways. And once you understand how it can help, H2 may sound like a superhero, which it's not, but it certainly feels that way when you use it properly.
I
You
feel like
know,
a superhero when I use hydrogen therapy. I don't know. I get the energy.
yep, absolutely. I mean, we can talk about mineral deficiencies, pH imbalances, methylation or bioavailability of products, but have you
Stay
ever
tuned.
thought about the idea that you might be deficient in hydrogen? That's an interesting concept, and I think it's one for a lot of people to think about because our bodies are meant to create up to 10 liters of hydrogen every single day. But the food that we eat, the drinks that we drink, the air that we breathe, the overall stress in life, our bodies simply either aren't creating that amount of hydrogen, or they're not creating enough hydrogen to keep up with the daily stress, and it's usually both. And the problem is that the oxidative stress that the hydrogen is taking care of comes from energy being used in your body, like fuel being consumed in a vehicle, right? And so
Yeah.
hydrogen is kind of like the exhaust system, the muffler and catalytic converter to make sure that the energy being used in your body isn't going just directly into your cells and the rest of your body, polluting the rest of your body. So if you don't have that hydrogen, your body continues to get polluted with oxidative stress and inflammation. And then now your body needs to use more energy to keep up with the oxidative stress and inflammation, which what happens when you use the energy and you don't have the hydrogen there? It's creating the oxidative stress and inflammation. So you get yourself into this toxic cycle. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of that and get back to a balanced state and
Yeah.
start operating the way that we're meant to operate.
Yes.
Let's go
Yeah.
from just surviving into thriving and access those superpowers that we all have within us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's about all I have for today. I
Thank
did
you
you have
so
anything
much.
else you wanted to add into this, Susan?
No, I just wanted to say thank you. We will be touching base again, and we will be setting up another video for another
I mean, the sooner
fun.
the better. These conversations need to be had, and
They do. They
yeah,
do.
they
Until
need to
then,
be
guys,
had
get the water,
between.
guys.
They need to be had between us, and they need to be
Mhm.
listened to by the folks that are listening to this episode right now.
Yeah.
It's this information needs to get out there one way or another. Take it for whatever way you want to take it. Again, we're not here to sell you. We're here to give you the right information so you know what you can be doing for you and your family's health. So, as Susan mentioned, check out the Water Guys podcast. Check out the HydroGlow Head Spa on Facebook, Instagram, and you can just Google her. On there, the website is Tech for Health with techforhealth.ca. Yeah,
I
we'll
do have a 10% off on my site. I have a big QR code there. Check it out on my Facebook page.
yeah, your coupon
Um,
code's HydroGlow10, right?
HydroGlow 10.
Yes.
Yes.
So you'll get 10% off of the Tech Pro 900 or some of the other products on the website. And there's a chat button on there. So if you have any questions about what you're looking through, you'll get through to either me or my business partner, Louie. And you can find me at the H2 Water Expert on Instagram. That's where I do a lot of my information, and I also do use Facebook, but not to the degree that you do. but I still I have, and it's actually, I thought about that. I'm like, this is good. This will actually get me more active on Facebook again.
Well,
Um,
it's just one of those things that it's like I've had it. Guys, I'm getting older. Technology in me is not the greatest. Sites, when I go on them, I get confused. So Facebook has always been like my go-to.
yep. Yeah. No, it's,
Um,
I
and
get
you
that.
really
I
on
mean,
it, you know.
I just joined TikTok like a few months ago. Like I mean, I get
I'm
you.
not there yet. I'm coming. I'm coming
Yeah,
up to you. My
we'll get
husband's
you
there, but
there.
I'm not there yet.
Maybe we'll start out your journey on TikTok with some clips from this episode.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Susan, I really
Absolutely.
appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the opportunity to chat with you a little bit on this. I'm looking forward to helping all of your clients and many more people in, I mean, not just in Ontario, around the whole world. That's what I love about what I do. I have customers from Australia to Hawaii and everywhere in between. So yes, our products do ship worldwide. No issues there.
Good.
Yeah, reach out to either one of us if you have any questions. We're both very much looking forward to helping you.
Yes.
All
Thank you.
right. And just a reminder, H2 doesn't heal you, hydrogen doesn't heal you. It just gets you to a state where you can heal yourself. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next time.